Because when I worked in radio, I didn't do actual work. I didn't. I drove vehicles and set up tents and then hung out with people. Or then I was at the station. I was on the air. And I was looking up dumb stories to talk about on the air. That wasn't work. That wasn't work to me.
Okay.
And then and then they said go sell cell phone plans to people
every day.
Every day.
That sounds like work.
For 12 hours.
For 12 hours.
12 hours a day. Do you want a day off? Too
with
bad.
With no days off. And I was like, that doesn't sound like...
That doesn't sound appealing, and it sounds kind of unethical almost.
I'm going to have to say no thank you.
I'm going to have to say no. I'm going to give you the hard no on this one. And my parents, they were the hardest ones to convince that this was a good idea.
To say no to it or to
leave it, yeah.
Oh.
Even Baby J took some convincing because everybody's like, but you need a job. Why don't you just do this until you find another job? I'm like, do you know how hard it was to find this job? And look at me now. I'm still looking for a job. This is 2-3 months later.
Sometimes no job is better than cult jobs.
I agree. I had to learn it the hard way, but I agree.
Like, I know that's
it's not what you're taught by the boomer age. Yeah, I know.
But like the boomer age didn't have cult jobs.
No, I mean they got whatever they wanted.
They were just like, oh, you mean I can actually go ahead and
I can have
afford to feed my family and stuff?
Yeah, I can have a livable wage.
Yeah. I can have a house.
Break my back doing it. Wow.
I can have a house and a car. 2 cars.
Dude,
say it ain't so.
Yeah, so like
I don't want any other generation to have this.
Exactly, it's all mine.
And that's what they did.
So like for them, yeah, they could break their backs or whatever, but they could get ahead.
Yeah.
We just break our backs and end up in cults.
Yeah, exactly.
Telling you.
With no days off.
The millennial commune.
The more you talk about it, the more I get behind it. I gotta say.
The millennial commune.
Mm-hmm. We talked about this a few weeks ago. We said we were going to start a reality show where we're going to be the first commune, the first millennial commune,
okay.
And we would be the best show ever because Sheila's constant stress, your family issues, and my naivete to cults,
and my lack of sleep,
and your lack of sleep, and my naivete to cults, I would just make for a killer program.
Yeah, that's first ballot Hall of Fame millennial.
I'm telling you, we would make millions.
It's the future.
I mean, with all the pressure we've been putting on Pork for these last few years to make a Netflix show based on his life, we could have just been doing it for the 3 of us and just made it that much easier.
It could have been easier. I mean, but Porks would just... I feel like he would end up making our audience very mad because he would be sitting next to like a serial killer.
Yeah.
What did he do? I don't know.
Yeah, like... It wouldn't ask the questions. The guy would be like, yeah, so I ate my mom.
Yeah.
And like, Pork wouldn't follow up with like, how? Why? When did this happen? And the audience like...
Did you blacken seasoning her, or did you like barbecue her, or what?
No, you wouldn't ask that. You wouldn't ask that.
I'd be like, all right.
And then later on, you would tell us this and be like, and then we'd ask you that question.
Because usually when I hear the sentence, "Oh, I ate my mom," I don't want to know anything else.
Exactly.
About that person.
See, and then, I'd need details on that one.
Yes.
How? Why? What did Mama do?
Yes.
Like, is this something that you normally do?
Is this
How
a
did
fan?
you get out 12 years later?
Right. That's what it was. That's what it was. No, yeah, and then we would come to you with these questions, and then you would do your catchphrase. I don't know.
Yeah, and like the audience would be like, ask a question, Pork!
Yeah. The host of our show would be like, Pork, every question that has come in through the emails for you is, why don't you ask a damn question?
Yeah.
Why don't you ask a follow-up question? I guess that's better.
Why don't you ask a follow-up?
This is the better question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you never would.
You should, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just like, I don't want to know that.
Yeah.
I don't want to know people's personal life.
You don't. You make that abundantly clear.
But some people, when they just throw their crazy out at you, like I don't understand how you don't have that like curiosity button.
Yeah.
There's one guy, like I remember somebody told me like a fairly sensitive secret about themselves. While I was here at one point, I was like, my God, I did not want to know that. And ever since then, every time that somebody tells me like sensitive information, I just like shout it out, like right there on the spot.
Like
so they won't ever.
Information?
Yes, so like they won't ever want to talk to me again. They won't ever approach me with like stuff like that.
You're the worst. Why would you do that?
Because I don't want to know. I don't want to know your dark secrets.
But they said they decided to share them with you.
They were like, this needs to be out there in the world.
Yes.
Well, I think the one time it's not like life altering information that they would tell me at work. I mean, but they would say something to me on the DL, something they didn't really want everybody else to know, and I would just shout it. Or not shout it, but I would say it very loud.
That was hip. Did you hurt yourself on the DL?
But I would say it very, very loud just to make sure. I was like, I do not want to know your secrets. Don't tell me.
But that's the worst.
Don't tell me
you
sensitive.
You shouldn't be screaming them out to people if you were.
I don't shout them. I just kind of like.
Confidence.
I send that message to never say it to me again. I don't want to know your secrets.
You tell us, and we do put it on the air. But I mean,
yeah, there's that.
But I mean, they ain't paying attention.
Nobody listens to this show. It's fine.
I mean, they all have code names
except for Jared.
Thanks
for listening.
Thanks for listening, Jared.
You got your tickets, so congrats. But yeah, everybody else, they don't listen.
They don't listen. They ain't there. Hold on, we gotta do our thingy though.
What thing?
We got spots to get through.
No, that comes later.
Really?
We only have 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, let's play a song and then we'll go to them.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
We've only been doing the show 11 years, but hey.
Well, I mean, I thought we would. All right.
Here, we'll play one more song, and then we'll go to the spot.
And then we come on and say goodbye.
And then we come on and say goodbye.
I don't have my sadness report.
The closing, whatever the closing song is this week, I don't know. There
were no.
There were COVID deaths.
There was no shootings.
Okay,
that I'm
so
aware
it'll
of.
be spoilers. It'll be the Sinbad song.
So I don't have my sadness report, but Pork's got to do his. The Sinbad song.
Sinbad. Oh my god!
It took you all that long.
That's because our minds can't keep up with you right now.
I caught on Sinbad, but I was gonna let it go.
I was like, Shazam! What is he talking about?
I was like, Todd needs to go to bed.
That is a Mandela effect. Sinbad was not in a film called Shazam.
I know he wasn't.
It was Shaq who was in Kazam. Don't get it mixed up.
Okay, Jetsons. Thank you.
Hey, at least I know who was in what movie.
All right, we're gonna play Sinbad's.
Not yet. That's
Not
later.
yet? Okay.
Sinbad songs at the end of the show. Remember?
You're pulling out some random Kazams.